Hi, I'm Simon, and this is my wife Kim, and we're sailing Britican. The video you're about to watch was taken about 4 days ago when we didn't have a case on Grenada and it was a little bit more relaxed. Since then, so much has happened. It's moving on very, very quickly here at the moment. Feeling a little bit anxious.
And then at the end of the video, we'll update you as to what has changed over the last 4 days. We're still in the marina, but we think we'll be moving out soon. There's still people walking around. There's actually a couple boats that came in yesterday. So I think everybody's just staying away from each other, but there's still, still people here. But what we're doing is for breakfast, we have last night's dinner, plus we added some beans and some tomatoes to it. So some steak and eggs, and we're putting it in a wrap.
Yeah.
And it was one thing that I've learned since being a cruiser is that nothing goes to waste. So whatever we have for dinner the night before, if there's leftovers, we either have it for lunch or we put it in our eggs.
So what are you doing, girls?
Cleaning.
You're washing up, aren't you?
Chores.
You're doing your chores. Woo!
That we can create our schedule and we have all day to do it. So how do you want to do homeschooling today?
Okay, so I'm thinking we can do clipboard on the light chip, which is over there.
Yeah.
And
The light chip is right there.
so clipboard it means this clipboard, so you know a clipboard is this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's got all the work, like all the paper math sheets that I've got to do. Sometimes instead of we do this thing called whiz math, but since the coronavirus is going on, my dad and me have all the time we can do math together. So once we do clipboard on the light chip, we're gonna do some yoga on the light chip, which is gonna be fun because normally we do either going for a walk. And then going to the pool to get some good exercise, but we don't really feel like a walk, so we're gonna get stretching awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna do some yoga.
And then after yoga, we're gonna do reading. Then I think we're gonna do history.
Highly recommend the Story of the World series.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
Trust me, you'll make tons of songs with it. Because me and my mom one time, I remember, there were so many babies floating down rivers, and they always became kings. Like, what the heck?
Floating down the river.
And we made a song about it. Come on, Mom, you're gonna sing it.
No, I can't remember.
No, you can. She can remember it. Don't worry.
Sargon was a baby. He was a baby that floated down the river.
Then, do you have anything else to do?
There's math. You're doing fractions, aren't you?
Fractions, yes, fractions.
Yeah. So Simon's up there doing the teak deck. Because you've done some here already.
Yeah, because when we did it last time, some bits got missed.
Right, I've got to make my own poem.
Your own poem up, okay.
Sienna, kind, moody, cute, funny, friend of James, music, jokes, animals, sweets.
Simon's strapping the dinghy. And the boat next to us has a very bad smell coming. Very bad smell coming from it.
I am not overreacting.
One of the things Sienna does is, what's it called?
TTRS.
TTRS, touch, typing, read, spell.
Yeah.
And there's free writing, and then there's lessons, yeah?
And I'm doing the free writing right now.
And how do you find it?
It's really fun.
I've just finished my lunch and Kim and Sienna are still eating. And we just went over to see if we could get any vegetables.
We're going in search of vegetables.
But the lady had gone. So we got some little bit of boat supplies for cleaning the boat and doing little boat projects for me to do. And now we're having lunch.
Yeah, and Sienna's almost done with her homeschooling. Sienna is watching a film. And I think Simon is taking a nap. So I've got my yoga mat. I think it's upstairs, so I'm gonna go over on the late ship, and I'm going to do a session using like one of my apps. The great thing about being on the dock here is that we've got Wi-Fi.
So, Mom, what's for dinner?
Well, what I'm making, you're not going to actually have because it's got coconut
Oh,
in it. But I'm going to make it's called a savory soup.
savory soup.
Our guests that were supposed to come out with us sent me some recipes of some stuff that they maybe wanted to cook together. So since they're not here, in their memory, I'm cooking it. So when they
And your memory guests that did not come because of the coronavirus?
Yes. But so it's called coconut curry soup. So it's got pepper in it, ginger, it's got curry powder, coconut milk, cauliflower, yam. I used a sweet potato. And instead of spinach, I've got some bok choy.
Ooh, bok choy, tasty.
Yeah. So
I'm not joking, it's
And
actually
some-
really tasty.
some chickpeas.
Chickpeas!
So we'll see how it
Bad
tastes.
coconut, bad.
Just because you're allergic to it.
It means that it's bad.
That's fine. Okay, come on.
Blame you. Born in a colony. Didn't have a baby, but she actually did. Some people like kill him, some people wouldn't.
Yeah.
So he's
Yeah,
mad
yeah.
at that. So he was like,
What other projects should we do?
I've got these two definitely.
I might do the paint the.
You're gonna paint the bottom.
I want to paint the inside of the pots and pan cupboard.
Yeah.
I'm surprised how many people are here.
Hello. This place is full.
So there's
I'm George Washington.
Your words of wisdom.
drink gin.
No, for Sienna.
Oh, right. Push up and out.
So this has been going on for a good, hour?
40 minutes.
40 minutes? Okay.
Good. Waste of energy. Makes you go to bed early.
Wow. Okay. Oh, that was good. That was really good.
Yeah, she's just done the best diet she's ever done.
High five, Dad!
We are watching the worst movie in the world.
Yeah.
And even though it's the worst movie in the world,
We're still watching.
it's buffering.
It's buffering.
Every 3 seconds.
Yeah, because the Wi-Fi is not that great. But that's the actual best part of it, when it's buffering.
What's it called? Is it
I don't know.
Lost in Space?
The Lost World or something.
Something lost.
Well, it's a Will Ferrell movie, and we've decided it's probably his pride and joy.
It's the worst film ever.
It is bad. But Sienna likes it. As you can see in the video, we're at a marina. We're at La Far Blue Marina. We are still here today as we publish this video. And this is our home base. We make our income by doing charters. So we do, Britican Experience, live aboard charters. We teach people how to live the live aboard life. We've had to postpone all of our bookings because there's actually no flights coming in here anymore. And even if there was, everybody's, staying at home, and so they should.
As we sat here now, we're going to stay here and just take every day as it comes and just figure out what our next move is, whether we're going to stay here, move on. We just don't know if we do leave and we go into a different island, we don't know if we're going to be allowed in there.
Pretty much all of the Caribbean islands have either put a quarantine in force where new boats coming in have to stay on their boat for 2 weeks, or some islands have actually closed their borders, and if a boat comes to them, they say go away. Now Grenada is now one of those countries. If you come here by boat, they will tell you to leave. So there are a lot of displaced sailors throughout the Caribbean. If you're somewhere now, you really need to stay put unless you're thinking of potentially sailing to either the United States or England, which is something that we are contemplating.
Yeah.
Now, over the last 4 days, lots of things have happened. A press release came out that said from the government that they want all liveaboards to stay on their boat and not come to land at all. That caused a massive uproar, and then they changed it so that as long as you have been here, you can come to shore, but only now to get groceries. They have shut down everything. The airport's shut. The Canadians and the Americans, and I think some of the Brits are trying to get another plane to come to get people.
Yeah.
Boatyards have closed, so you can't take your boat out of the water.
Well, we don't know. This is the problem. We don't know if that's true. I know that the offices are now closed, but I know a friend of ours has just left and he's gone and he's not come back, so he must have got hauled out. So it's just total misinformation that we're getting, and it's just a bit of a pain really, because we don't know what's going on, and I suppose it's like they're everywhere in the world.
A few days ago we were told to self-isolate. The airport was still open. Our governments didn't say anything. And then the airports close and our governments, US and UK, say come home. And then the Grenadian government is saying foreigners please go. But we have a boat and we can't just leave it here. So we're in a sticky situation. There's people far worse off than us. They're sailing between countries and can't get in one or the other. There's lots of information out there though, so it's kind of hard to find it and know where to look. But there are quite a few organizations and people thinking of forming flotillas so that perhaps a bunch of boats can get together and sail up to the US, or get a bunch of boats together and sail to the UK or to Europe. Nothing seems like logical or reasonable. So we are going to stay put, and take each day as it comes. And if we have to go, we're ready to go wherever we need to go.
Yeah. So we have plan A, plan B, plan C, D and E, but it's really.
Oh, on a positive note though, there's tons of people working together. I know the cruisers here. Megan from Clarity, she just put out something saying, hey, can us cruisers make face masks for the health workers here? So that would be great if we can all pull out our sewing machines and start helping there. And there's people volunteering to bring groceries to the people on the boats that are in quarantine. And
well, I've just volunteered my services because there's a lovely bakery stroke butcher here, and I've just volunteered my services and the dinghy to maybe deliver food for them so they can keep their business going. Also, they can still feed people that are on quarantine or that don't want to go ashore. So
I wrote an article about the silver lining of this, and a lot of it was based upon, I've got time now, I could read a book or I can make my curtains. And I've done very little because I'm so preoccupied with what's going on and trying to get good information to base decisions on what to do next. But I think we all have to look at the bigger picture, and this is like wartime. It's like, there's people out there that are going to be better off than us and people that are going to be worse off. And I think now is the time to say, how can we help each other? What can we do to get through this, all of us?
Yeah. Let's just show the good face of human beings, because we are wonderful.
Yeah.
So let's show that rather than grabbing food and buying 20 million toilet rolls and the person next to you can't get any. So.
Yeah. From the perspective of making videos, we just 4 days ago, picked up the camera and did some videos. Our mind is obviously on other things. So we'll see if we can keep getting Wi-Fi, we might be able to keep doing videos. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes.
Just good luck to everybody. Stay safe, and please stay in your homes, your boats, wherever you're watching this. Please be careful and be safe.
Yeah, and love your neighbor.
Yes, love your neighbour.
All right, bye.
Bye.